Hey, Janessa. Oh, gosh. All right. One day, but not today, I will be prepared. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do the intro for those who are watching a replay and may also be new here. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation. Why? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. You'll hear in beauty related videos, you must use this brand, you must use this technique, you must use this tool. And I'm here to tell you, sorry for shaking you. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you like it, because you set the standard for yourself. And that all of that can be considered a crazy concept because a lot of times we wouldn't know what other people think. Hey, Alicia. So, the bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self acceptance and self love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them when you want to, if you want to, but never feeling like you have to. I hope that resonates with you. And also, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Two things if you're new here and haven't been here before, I usually start everything with a lip balm. I did have on a lip earlier and I took it off. I learned something new. Yeah, so I took it off. Where am I? Oh, I do curse because I curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do always try to say, excuse me, whether I think you heard me or not. Sometimes one will get past me. Um, so that's the intro. We have a lot of stuff for today, y'all. And I feel like I say that every week, and my hands are dry and my lotion is too far for me to go get it. And I just wash my hands. If my skin looks like it has dry patches, it does. I went to sleep this morning without doing my full skincare routine. And when I woke up, my skin was like, bitch. So I have like dry patches. So excuse me for that. And it's a little chilly in here. I have something to show you. I'm a clown, and not the good clown like Janessa. So no offense intended at all. But I'll tell you about that when I get to it. We are doing, and I have my notes here because y'all, if I don't write stuff down, we're going to do our budget update for November. I spent a lot of money in November. I spent a lot of money in November. I don't need this paper. And we're also going to do our palette roundup for November, which wasn't a lot. And I don't know if y'all have noticed or if all of them are scheduled yet, and I don't think they are. But we've been just running through our Natasha Denona stuff. I do need to go through my kit because I'm not taking Natasha with me to the class. It's a free class. They have to pay to get into the venue. Hey, Grace, but that's only $5. So the class is free. So I'm not taking Natasha with me, but I will have my Makeup Forever Max stuff because those are mostly my complexion products that I do have. So I am in the midst of doing my end of year spill with what my takeaways for this month. Actually, I think I scheduled that live already. I was up in the early morning because I don't go to sleep until the morning. I'm nocturnal. And I scheduled the rest of my lives for this month. Unless something happens, let me do like another impromptu. But if y'all seen it, y'all like, yeah, she gonna be busy. And I did schedule a week of lives as well. So I think I want to put this sweater on because I'm a little chilly. Grace, I was watching your video. You need to start pulling those products to film with. I was watching your video and I thought I was tripping because I heard my voice. And then I'm like, oh, and you did say something about my live a few times. And so I appreciate your multitasking. Your multitasking. I'm like, oh, okay, she's watching. Well, my live is playing while she's on her video. So that was pretty cool. So we're going to do our monthly budget update for my beauty budget for November. And I don't know what happened. Hey, Lock, we're just getting started. I woke up not too long ago and I'm still feeling like just tired, and I don't know why. I have been sleeping well, even though I still wake up every hour and a half or so, but I'm back to the side of my shirt. I need this side. This shows me in reverse, and so that's why I'm always like, which way am I going? But yes, and I appreciate it, Grace. I do. And so I don't know what happened in September. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for next year, because I don't want to say I'm going to do a no buy, because I don't want to set myself up to fail. Because it may be something like how the Yucca palette came out and I knew I was getting it. Xenon came out and I was getting it. It's going to be something that's going to scream my name, and I don't want to feel bad. This is annoying me that this is not in the center, but I don't know what side it's on because this shows me in reverse. Yo, I'm weird. Like, this is really bothering me that the V is not like in the center. Yo, like, girl, just leave it alone. All right. So I don't want to say I'm going to do a no buy for next year, but I'm really like, I have enough bronzers, blushes, foundations, face primers, brow pencils. Like, I don't need anything. I don't think makeup is a need anyway. But even for backups, I have backups of foundation and primer because when they would go on sale, I would buy them. And looking at my eyeshadow stash, I still have stuff in purgatory. And my day one gave me an excellent idea for using those. And that's going to be exciting because I'm not even excited to use that stuff because it's been there so long. It's just like, I haven't used it in this amount of time, and I've been, still running through Natasha's stuff. So a lot of stuff has just not been used. So I'm trying to figure out like what to do. I'll still be on my perpetual low buy, but I'm like, I have enough stuff. And because of like Natasha's stuff lasts for years, the PAO, Pat McGrath stuff lasts for years. And for the Natasha Denona concealer that I like, I'm loving it, y'all. The PAO is 24 months. And so I will go through that. So that's under here and Estee Lauder's here. But I'm liking it so much. I'm debating on when I go to Sephora, swatch the 4N from Estee Lauder and match it to a Natasha one for down here. But I don't need it because I still have the Estee Lauder for down here. And I do use them up. Well, the Estee Lauder I do use up because the PAO is 24 months. So I'm sure I will also use up Natasha's, but I don't know. And I don't want to say I can easily say I'm not buying blushes, highlighters, bronzers. I could easily say that. And no complexion products. I could easily say that. But I'm kind of hung up on eyeshadow palettes. Even though I have enough, something's going to come out and I'm going to be like, ooh. And so I'm still just trying to work it out in my mind, like how that's going to happen or what I'm going to do as far as spending my beauty budget in 2025. So we're going to run through really quick. Y'all, I spent so much money in November. And also I realized, preparing for the no buy for December 2nd to January 2nd, I'm more aware of all the sales. And I owe y'all an apology. One of my wake ups, I posted a Sigma sale. And then when I woke up to get up, I posted again and then saw I had already posted it. So I do apologize for a double post for Sigma. But I'm more aware of all the sales that are happening like in November. And I'm like, if stuff that I normally buy isn't limited edition, which is usually not, I can just wait till the end of the year and just buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, and even when Sigma had, 20% off, now they're having 30% off, they're having 40% off. And I'm like, and even other brands, Natasha, we know she has a good sale, in November. Hey, Tanya. What up, though? How you doing today? And so I don't know. And then even with Pat stuff, we know she has those sales, 30% off. Well, her team, her website, 30% off, 40% off. And so I don't feel like I need to just rush out and get stuff, which I usually don't unless something screams my name, like Mothman did. Beans and booty. Gotta say it. And the Yucca palette, Xenon, and a few other palettes. But for the most part, like I'm okay. So I'm just like, but again, I don't want to say I'm going on a complete no buy because then if I buy something, I'm going to feel shitty and I don't want to set myself up for failure. If my eyes look different, it is two different looks. We're using Notoriously Morbid Rusted Essence Volume 1. You've been missing for a couple of weeks, but I'm finally back on my regular schedule. Janessa, I don't even know what my schedule is. I have been so thrown off lately. Like this morning, I went to sleep I went to bed at about 8, but I didn't go to sleep till like 10:30 in the morning. And I'm just like, I'm just all the way through the hell off. I don't know why. Because I used to go to sleep between 4 and 6 in the morning. And then it was like between 6 and 8. And now it's like 10 a.m. I'm going to sleep. And it's So this is what that palette looks like when you've seen it not too long ago. We did the swatch party. So we have 5 shades on this eye and 4 or 5 on the other eye. But we used all 9 of these shades. One of them got used twice. So for November, am I yelling? Do I sound loud? For November, I did an online purchase for Sephora, the 20% off sale. And I felt some kind of way for people who aren't Rouge because it's like, oh, the Sephora sale 20%, or you might get 15% or 10%. And now Sephora keeps sending out 20% codes. So I'm like, for the people who did, use their 20%, for people who are using their 10%, now they're pushing 20% codes for everybody. I'm like, that ain't right. Yeah, I keep getting emails about it, Tanya. They keep sending the 20% off coupons. And also Ulta keeps sending out the 20% now that includes prestige. But sometimes Ulta will send you the same thing. Because if I look at, because I usually look at the last 3 letters of the code and it'll be the same. So Ulta will send you the same code like every day. And sometimes it'll say one-time use, or sometimes it won't say one-time use. But I'm just like, why not just wait till the end of the year and just buy stuff? You know what I mean? Yeah, next year if I do not make Rouge, I'll wait until December to shop 20%. Yeah, and then sometimes they'll send a code that you can send to a friend for 20% off. They do that at least. They did that at least twice this fall. And so I'm just, if I do make Rouge, I'm already diamond at Ulta because of the skincare stuff. And I do shop at Ulta if they have stuff I need over Sephora because I love their point system. And I have $55 to redeem for a gift card for Ulta, but I'm letting that sit. That's what the Ulta Beauty Board. So I'm just letting it sit because every time I win, like I'll just let it accumulate until I cash out. But I'm just yes, I don't know. I'm just trying to work it out, and I could easily just say, and I do have an awesome. Hey, Sons of Ray, I do have an awesome accountability partner too, and with my perpetual low buy, and so it's like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So they're 20% off sale. Rakuten was having 2% cash back. I purchased. That's when I got the soft lip from Fenty and the Fenty setting powder. I'm glad I did get the soft lip because my skin is just a tad drier, just a tad. And so even though I don't like the glow, but once I powder down and everything, it doesn't look shiny, which to me is close to being oily. But I do like how it feels on my skin. Tanya says she's not falling for it. I will end up with all the stuff I want and none I need. And Janessa says, I actually didn't make Rouge or Platinum this year. It's an achievement for me. Yeah, and I tell people when I say, I'm Rouge, I'm like, it's nothing to aspire to. When I say I'm Diamond at Ulta, it's nothing to aspire to. And that's because of the skincare I get is expensive. It's an achievement. I've been trying to spend less at both Ulta and Sephora and stick with indies. And I don't do a lot of indies because there's pigments. And so it's a good thing in a way, but then I just end up buying more of the stuff I can use. And this is something else I realized too, y'all. I need to change my mindset, and I made myself a note. Like says she's glad her mine's is a tad drier, hers is parched. Yeah, when I got up today, I had this eyebrow, well, my skin under my brow hairs, it was flaking. And then I had like a dry patch up here. I think it was this side. I had a dry patch this side of my lip right here. Skin was flaking. The corner like here was flaking. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't do all of my skincare before I went to sleep. My skin was like, and then there's a dry patch here somewhere, like where my skin is actually flaking. Like I can just like grab it and pull a piece of skin off. And so that's a reminder to me, make sure I do all of my skincare, especially the serums and moisturizers. Hey, Tony, I have one Rest Essence one look on this eye and one on this eye. So we did use all the shades in here, and I really like it. It's not like that messy deep grunge, but it's like that soft subtle grunge that I think people would go for, and not like the messy stuff that I tend to like. So what was I saying about eyeshadows? I forgot what I was saying. Tanya typically has normal to dry skin, so I know the challenge. Yeah, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I need to change. I even wrote myself a note in my my end of year, what my takeaways are for 2024 and my goals for 2025 as far as YouTube. And I know, Tony, every time I look at my Notoriously Morbid, I'll be like, I'd be like, I hope she got her stuff. It is just too freaking long. Um, and I haven't heard from them recently, so I don't know if I'm still on the team or not. Like, I don't know, because they did just have a lot of stuff come out, and I don't know. But I realized with some of my eyeshadow palette purchases that even though it's brands that work for me, part of me, I purchased it because I know it will work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm saying I can't wear pressed pigments, and so that's a good thing because I'm not spending a lot of money on indie stuff, but that money gets diverted to stuff I can use. And I realized a couple things that I purchased, I'm like, yeah, I know it'll work for me, but that's not a reason to buy it. You know what I mean? And let me know if y'all do that too. If there's a brand that you really like and you know it's going to work, you know it's going to be easy to work with, you know the looks are going to be nice, you're like, okay, I'm just going to get it. And not a thing where, is it going to add something unique to my collection? Is it something, you know what I mean? And so I realized I did that a few times and I need to change that because just because I know it'll work doesn't mean I have to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say it's FOMO, but I think it's just those times when I just want to buy something and I look at my beauty budget and I'm like, ooh, there's some money in there. You know what I mean? And so that's another thing. And that was a hard realization to acknowledge that, yeah, I got it partly because I know it'll work and not because it's like, oh, wow, like Yucca or Mothman or Xenon. You know what I mean? And Circle Loco. Used to be ABH for me, says Tanya. Just buying stuff, had to break up the enmeshment. Yeah. So I did get this Fenty Soft Lit and the Fenty Setting Powder, which I am really liking. And even though it isn't my skin tone, like Fashion Fair Truly Tawny, it adds like just a little bit of color, like very subtle. And so like this time of year, I do get pasty. Like to me, I get pasty. And the cashew powder doesn't, it kind of just balances out and I don't look pasty to me. Also, Sephora, I went in store, and that's when I got the one size mini spray and a powder, which I did take those back. And so thank you to Dee for saying that. She was like, "Girl, take that back," because y'all know I seldom return stuff. If anything, I try and give it away. Janessa, you're funny. She's like, but budget. What is that mysterious thing? Plus, you're getting more bang for your buck with the Fenty powder. I don't really know if I'm getting more, Tanya, because using that soft lit foundation, excuse me for smacking, because it's so hydrating, so shiny, whatever it is, I feel like I'm using twice as much of the cashew powder than when I used the soft matte and the Fashion Fair powder. Because Fashion Fair, I can just do a light dusting, but I'm finding like for the cashew, I'll do my light dusting and then I'll go like this and I can still feel the foundation under the powder. So then I got to put on more powder. And so what will tell the tale is I go through the Fashion Fair in, we'll just say average 5 months. And so we'll see how long it takes me to get through the cashew. Because right now I am just strictly using the cashew because we used up the Fashion Fair. So now it's just only the cashew. So that's what will tell me, am I really getting more for my money or not? How fast I use it up. But I do have to put on like extra because that foundation, and I'm trying to remember if when I used the Fashion Fair powder with the soft lit, like did it still do that? And I don't remember. But because it's so moist, I have to put like 2 passes of the powder. Especially here because I'm putting on, bronzers and blushes and I don't want it to just like stick. And so, and I got the cream collection, Sephora collection cream lip stains. I got the Set-A-Five and I got the Mystic Purple. 2% cash back for Rakuten. So that was $83.40. The Fenty Soft Lit and Setting Powder, that was $47.20. And then both of those were September 1st. I don't know why I did 2 orders on September 1st. One was online, one was in store. And then November 2nd, I went back to the store because when I had got the powder and that other stuff, I told you I was walking and I went and I saw the ABH Fall Romance palette and it looked so much better in person. And I'm like, I'm not going to get it right now. Let me just wait. In the mall where Ulta, Sephora, and MAC is less than 10 minutes away. So it's like, it's not a big deal. And so I went back the next day on November 2nd. And I got the Fall Romance palette, 20% off. And I got the Fenty Beauty Arcane Gloss and Kaboom. I got that. And Rakuten was doing 2% cash back. So I paid $60.80 for that order. Then on November 4th, so we got the 1st, the 2nd, and the 4th already. Yo, I'm just like, what the hell? And I think maybe I was trying not to buy stuff, but then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? So on the 4th from Ulta online, oh, that's when I got the Hourglass powders. I got Luminous Light, Mood Light, and it was 20% off if your order was $100 or more. So I got 20% off. I paid $92. And they were doing a point multiplier thing or something. Rakuten was 2% cash back, but not really because I used my Ulta credit card. And so, so that's not really saving anything. I earned 138 points for that order. You might as well put on all black and post up in Sephora at this point. So that was from Ulta on November 4th. November 5th, back at Sephora online. That's when I got the 2 House Labs bronzers. 20% off. Rakuten was 2% cash back, but not really because I used my Sephora card. And so I paid $60.80 for that. And the reason I got the bronzer, I have on 7 and 10 today, and I do like 9 with 11 because they were disappearing off the Sephora site. And so I'm like, oh, the hell am I going to be with them little tiny ones, like the little blushes? And so I'm like, and I know they're going to work for me. And I did have, I think, 9 before, I think. But I'm like, it's going to work. It's on sale. They're going to disappear and come back in them smaller little hockey puck little things. But so I got those, and I'm glad that I did. And the PAO for House Lab stuff is 24 months. So I'm like, I will use it. And y'all saw the hole is getting bigger in the pan for medium level 7. Yeah, as soon as you like something, they disappear. And I do want House Labs to come to Ulta. Hey, Lori, I do want House Labs to come to Ulta, but because this stuff lasts for at least 2 years, it's like I don't need it to come to Ulta for maybe 3 years. And so that was November 5th. November 7th, yo, I was out of control. And I'm like, I don't know how I spent that much. This is how, because I was shopping every other freaking day. I love it when all y'all talk to each other. I love that. So on the 7th, I made a purchase from Sigma. I got one of the F08, F11, F43, F48, F03, and a free gift for purchase was the F30, which I really do like, by the way. And they had a code for 40% off. And so that's why I got the brushes. 2-day shipping. $1.49 for free unlimited returns. I don't ever return stuff to Sigma. I really don't. Root protection was $4.55. And I always want to take root protection off, but then I think the one time I take it off, my package will get lost or something. And so Rakuten was doing 5% cash back. And so I paid, it told me I saved $58.40. I paid $93.64 for those brushes. And I've been using, y'all, I love them brushes. Funny story, right? I posted a brush set on my community tab at Sigma because it was maybe 50% off, I think, 40% off. And the 3 in the middle, because it's a set of 9 brushes, the 3 in the middle are the ones I love. And one of them was the E49, which they only sell it in a set. So I'm like, why are y'all playing with my emotions? And either that next day or whatever, Bestie has sent me a text, and she was like, that same exact set is like $35 on QVC. The same. I was like, so it was 70% off QVC. And I'm like, because I would have got it for the 3 I like. Because I would have been, a little over $10 a brush. And I would have gave the other ones to Bestie because she loves the larger blending brushes from Sigma. And so, hashtag I tried it. I text my accountability partner. And I said, because this was recent. This was after the no-buy started on December 2nd. I text my accountability partner. I said, I know we're doing a no-buy for December, but does that include brushes? Y'all know damn well I know it includes makeup brushes. She texts back, yes. I text back, hashtag I tried it. But I'm just like, what? So I did a QVC link through ShopMy. The payout is not a lot, but if you're an avid shopper of QVC, I would appreciate if y'all use it. Yeah, Lori, hashtag I tried it. I know a no-buy for beauty stuff includes brushes. But I'm like, $35 for 9 brushes, and I only wanted the 3. But still, that's still a good deal. That's like $10 a brush. And the Sigma brushes are like 20 something a piece. But I was just, hashtag I tried it. I tried it. Also, and then, oh, now we're at November 11th. So at least we skipped 4 days in between shopping. I purchased from Esom. They were having a 20% off sale. Esom does not have sales often, but I'm learning that 14% on LTK, Dion, I think. But that may be HSN. What's LTK, Sons of Red? And you know what? I keep forgetting to check for QVC, and I completely forgot HSN even existed. Tanya, so I think it's really good that you keep track of purchases. You know, it helps me to see where it's going. When y'all hear the total for the month, though, y'all gonna be like, oh, damn. And that's why, too, I'm like, I can just wait till the end of the year to do all my shopping because the sales, y'all. So Esom, I bought 2 of the V09, which I had already, but they what's the word? They reshaped their brushes. So the V27s, the small angle ones that I like, excuse me. Oh, Sandra Ray said, excuse me, QVC is up to 14% off. I want to know by a girl. But for y'all that shopping there, use my link, go over to QVC and buy some stuff. Hey, Dawn. Oh, like to know. That's what LTC. Oh, okay, thank you, Grace. I thought you were saying you would like to know, and it just now clicked for me that that's what LTK is. Okay. I'm old, y'all. I can't keep up with all these acronyms and stuff. And so I bought 2 of the V9, the V09s, the one I used to put gel in my brows. I really like those for that. And one time I was doing different colors, and I'm like, damn, I only got 2. So I got 2 more of those. I got 4 of the V27s. So now I have 13 of the V27s, but the new ones are a black handle and they're angled. And y'all know I love my angled brushes for my doing inner corner, well, the first part of the lid, because it gets like right down in there. And so my total was $170. Oh, and the mascara bundle was $39. And I think the mascara on its own is like $35 or something like that. So I went ahead and got the mascara bundle. It came with 2 and a pack of disposable mascara wands, which I already have a bunch in my kit. But I'm like, they'll get used. And so the total was $171, 20% off. And I had that $60 credit from when I bought that bundle with the 2 palettes and the mascara, because they credited me like the difference between when I purchased them separate and then I purchased the bundle. And I forgot that I had that $60 credit. So I paid $84.80. So I was like, yeah. Yeah, so I was happy about that. Dawn said she ordered 3 palettes from Cosmic Brushes. I'm a clown. Dawn, you need to start doing videos and start doing collection videos because people love watching collection videos. I am serious. And people here have told you before, they will watch your videos. You have a built-in audience right here. You just got to do it, girl. Got to do it. On the 14th, I purchased from Sigma again. I bought 3 of the E31s. They're the dome pencil brushes. They were $8 each because they were half off. So I got 3 of those. See, even Locke is like, yeah, doing tabletop videos, yup. Janessa says she orders 3 from them as well. The Halloween and Christmas palettes and the Undergrowth. I love their palettes. And they use best pigments. Yo, remember when I was saying how I need to think of stuff for the giveaway? Why did I forget I already have palettes here that I bought for a giveaway from Blend Bunny? When they had a 50% off sale, I bought 2 of their palettes. And I can't wear their stuff because it's best pigments. I specifically got them for that. Yeah, look, Dawn, Tony's saying she really want to see your collection. You have a built-in audience right here. Us trolls stick together. You know what I'm saying? And so I got 3 of the E31s, the dome pencil brushes. I love those brushes. You ordered moves, tis the season, and neutrals, said Dawn. I need to see it. I need proof. And I bought 3 of the E45, the small taper blending brushes, and I use those for my lower lash line. I love them. They were 40% off. $149 for free unlimited return, $195 for shipping protection. I redeemed $15. No, I redeemed $33. I redeemed 300 points for $15 off, $7.50 for shipping. I hate paying friggin' shipping. And they sent another Sigma brush shampoo little packet. And Rakuten was doing 5% cash back. So I paid $50.45. $50.54 for that order. So for 6 brushes, $50. I did a look with neutral, says Janessa and Culturals together this weekend. I love how they turned out. I usually don't go very neutral, but when I do, those palettes are faves. And Dawn says she doesn't like paying for shipping either. And then, so that was the 14th at Sigma. And then on the 20th of November, this was like, y'all, the sales. And I was waiting for the Natasha Denona sale because I know that it's good this time of year. And so and it was something different this year, which is cool because they do, they had bundle deals, and then they had where you can build your own bundle. And so I was like, oh, that's different. That's good. So I got Circle Loco for 30% off, 35% off. So that was $89.70. And if y'all know, that's one of the $129 palettes. So I paid $89.70 for that. And then for the build your own bundle, I purchased Bronze and Glam. And with the discounts, I paid $186.45. Yeah. Circle Loco was 25% off, and the build your own bundle was 35% off. And so I'm gonna feel like a clown using Bronze, but And I bought Glam, even though I have it, and I mixed it up. I bought that one to go on my kit. And then on the 24th, which doesn't count because it's skincare, and I don't include skincare with my makeup because skincare is a necessity, where makeup for me is not a necessity. I got a Drunk Elephant moisturizer. There was and then that's where that free gift came from. That Urban Decay liquid lipstick. Y'all, that was not cute. And I did use it a second time, and I posted a short and on my community tab. Like, this is, so that's in the trash right now. And they had a point multiplier event. So with the moisturizer, because I got the large one, because I know I'm going to use it. The point multiplier was 5 points, and then plus another 1.5 points for using your card. And so I earned 742 points, and my order came to $99, and Rakuten was doing 10% cash back. And then the next day, the 25th, back to Natasha Denona. That's when I got the concealer and the color corrector. And I sent the color corrector. I sent that out. That has a new home, and I forgot to send the person the tracking number, but it should be there today, tomorrow at the latest. Because I do realize I really like the concealer, and what it was when I first put it on, I'm like, no, I don't really like it, but it oxidized. So when it dried down, I was like, okay, this is really good, and I really do enjoy using that. And I also paid $13 for the mini Bronze and Glow because it was either pay $13 for that or pay $10 for shipping. So I said I might as well get something, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. You know what? That's going to go in the giveaway too. And so I paid $58 for that order. Then the next day, y'all, Notoriously Morbid, I got the Mean One palette. It was early access for Patreons, and there was a 30% off coupon. And I used store credit. So thank you again for those who do use my Notoriously Morbid code. So it would have been $39.69, but I had enough store credit to cover that. And I hate paying shipping. The shipping was $4.70, even though that came out of the credit as well. And then on the 28th, yo, I was out of control. I bought 2 of the large Lethal Cosmetics mystery bags. And it says they'll be here between the 9th and I think the 16th. It's like a whole week range that they give. From the 9th to the 16th is when it should be here. And I did plan to purchase that because usually I do. Last year I didn't. But this year they said it was going to be all new stuff. So I'm like, we'll see. And they have one there also. If you order more than one, they can't guarantee it's going to be different items. So I might get duplicates of stuff. Which if I do, that's cool because if it's something I don't have, I'll keep it. And if it's a duplicate, that'll go in a giveaway as well. And then on the 29th, oh, let me back up. The Lethal Cosmetics large mystery bags are $39 a piece, and it says it's worth $100. And I got two. So that was $78 plus $10.99 for shipping. And so I paid $88.99 for that. And they're overseas. And so I do understand, shipping from over there. The next day, Scandinavia. Remember how I kept saying they keep having them 20% off sales and it says limited time only, but it was like 6 months long and you get the 2 free minis. So I placed 2 different orders. And I think I might have mentioned it. I got 2 more of the finishing sprays because I know I'm going to use them. Yeah, I'm out of control, y'all. And this is November. So I'm like, there's no buy. And that's what I'm thinking too. Like for all of these sales, I could just shop at the end of the freaking year. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing I got is limited edition. Nothing I got is limited edition. So I got 2 more of the finishing sprays, the bridal formula, and 2 more of the makeup removal spray. I have like this much left. And so I do have a label on there. So I just need to see like how long it took me to get through it. Because I have backups of that because from the 20% off, so they kept going. And for each order, you get 2 free mini sprays. And so instead of just ordering all 4 of the bridal spray and the makeup removal spray, I did 2 separate orders. So then I ended up with 4 free minis. One package, it said it was delivered and I didn't have it. I'm like, it's not here. And so my neighbor texted me, I'm going out, such and such, do you need anything? And I said, no. And then I texted back like, oh, if there's a box down there for me, can you just bring it when you come back up? And so she called me maybe like 30 minutes later. She said, are you in bed yet? I said, no. She said, I have your box. I'm going to bring it to you. And I'm thinking that was quick, her going to the stores that fast. And I realized, even though she didn't say it, and I didn't realize it till like when I woke up, because I wasn't in bed, I just wasn't asleep. Because when I opened my door and went out on the landing, she was all the way down at the bottom. And then she came up. So I'm like, oh, she didn't leave yet. And I think she was concerned because when she gave it to me, she said, somebody opened your box. She was like, look at this. This is how it came. And this was open too. This was open. And I think she was concerned. A no buy, but no, I cannot, says Alicia. Girl, my face, Tanya, that lippy. And I did throw it away after I did that try on in that video. And then I'm like, let me just try it again. Because I thought maybe I put too much because I was trying to get it black. And so when I tried it the second time after I took it out of my makeup trash, I just did a thin layer. And it was more like a blackened red or red black. But it was still, Lisa says she won't buy much, though. Maybe that's a forward. Y'all, I'm loving the new formula, Alicia. And I remember when they first said, new formulation, I'm like, is it really? Or are they just saying that to get us to buy them? Because then the price went up too, but it is a different formula. I could tell by how it performs. So she was like, this box, she said it was down there and it was open. I'm like, what the heck? But I looked in here and everything is in here. Excuse me. And I've done that before where this was years and years ago. I received an Ulta delivery and I did order something from Ulta and they delivered it to my door. So I just picked it up, brought it in and opened it. And I'm like, dang, this ain't what I ordered. So then I looked at the invoice and it was a different address. So I actually drove it to where it was, knocked on the door, nobody answered. And so I wrote a note on the box saying this came to, this number address. And I opened it because I was also waiting for Ulta and I didn't realize it wasn't mine. And I put I think I might have even put my phone number on there, like in case, she had any questions or he had any questions or whatever. So it does happen where somebody opens somebody's stuff. But but everything was in there. So that order, oh yeah, y'all, I got one more thing. Thank goodness. And so that order, excuse me. So each one of those orders. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, for one of them was $40.60 for the makeup removal spray for 2 of those. And the finishing sprays were $45. And again, all of this stuff was 30% off. And I got the 2 free minis with each purchase. So that order was $63. That's why I'm always nervous ordering this time of year. More thieves out there. And these people aren't necessarily thieves. It's just if you're waiting for packages and you see something sitting on your doorstep, you just take it in and open it. Because that's what I had did. Excuse me for smacking. So I'm guessing that's kind of what they did too. But everything was in there though. But I do hear what you're saying. Somebody posted in the app next door, they posted the recording from their door cam, and they were like, does anybody know who these two kids are that came and took my package? I was like, damn. So I do know people do that. The orders have gone missing before, says Dawn. Tony says, I'm working from home this week to ensure that I get my packages. That's right. Lisa says she's glad she doesn't have to deal with that problem. Do you remember when, oh, fuck, I lost the thought that damn quick. What was I getting ready to say? I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Damn. So on the 1st of December, this is why I feel like a clown, and not the good Janessa Troll clown, hooker clown thing. This is, I feel like a clown. This right here. And I'm going to tell y'all why I'm a clown. This was on sale, marked down. That's the Sephora, the $25. And I was like, oh. And I had $15 cash rewards. So I paid $10 for this. And Rakuten was having 10%. And I got an email like, oh, you earned 60 cents. So it was like 6% off of $10. So I'm going to tell y'all why I feel like a clown and not the good clown. You are always the best kind of clown. I'm trying to be like you, Janessa, because you are awesome. I feel like a clown, and I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to tell you why. And I already put a link in the description box of the video of the 2 looks that I did with this before. I have gotten my neighbor's mail, but I won't open it. Yeah, the only time I opened that package was I was waiting for Ulta. So it was an Ulta box. And I'm like, oh, and then I opened it, and I'm like, and then I looked at the invoice, and I'm like, oh, this ain't mine. This is why I feel like, yes, Tony. And I'm going to tell y'all why I feel like a clown. And we have cluster boxes. And so if somebody else's mail is in my box, I just slip it into their mail slot for their box. So it's only packages. This is annoying me that this side has more space. I'm trying to, seriously, y'all, that's annoying me that the V isn't in the middle. My OCD, y'all. I don't like it. Shit. Like, seriously, this is really annoying me. And it shows me flipped, and so I don't know, like, what side. Okay. Let me just get over it. So this is McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana. $10 I paid for this. And I'm going to tell y'all why I'm a clown. I was so excited. I was like, oh, because I thought it was the one that came out this year. And I'm like, damn, $25 already? So when I got it and I opened it, when I got it and I opened it, I'm looking at it like, that looks real familiar. I had this before. I'm a clown because I thought it was the new one, the one that came out this year. And this is the one that exploded on me, and that's why I took it back. And so I did put the video. I watched that video, y'all. No, I took it back because this shadow had exploded. And when they asked me if I wanted to exchange it, I said no, because I don't trust it. And so I only had it for like a week. And so I'm looking at it like, this looks familiar. And I'm like, I had this. I'm like, what? But I only paid $10. So I did watch that video. I don't know if I even recommend that you watch it, because that video, I don't know what was going on with me, but that video was hard for me to watch. Like I was just so slow in that video. It's like I recorded it in slow motion. I was just like, it bored me to watch it. But that'll save me from having to do more looks with it right away. Because I know I do swatches, which I'm not, because I'm sure I did swatches when I got it. I think I put that video down in the description box too. I put the swatch video and I put the video. So I did looks in rows because that's not what people were doing. They were doing like these 2 columns, and these 2 columns. So this was like a neutral brown look. This was like a purple blue look. And then you have, your neutral red pink look. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So the first look I did the top row. That was cool. Second time I used it, I did the middle row. I had a bad reaction to it. And I think it might have been either this one or that shade. Either this one or that one. I don't know which one. And when I opened it to do the third look, I was sitting in the kitchen, and I talked about it in that video too. I had it on the kitchen counter, and I looked at it, and there was like powder out here, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Yeah, you remember it was Buzzed, Lisa? Yeah, I was like, and I opened it, And this shadow was in pieces. It was cracked up in pieces, and I do show it in the video. And I'm like, I won't be able to do the last row look because, and it wasn't even shattered like it was powdery or just needed to be repressed. Because when I tried to press it, it just broke in more pieces. It was like little pieces of concrete. And so when I took it to the store and she opened it, she was like, "Oh, the shadow exploded." And I was like, "Oh, that's what it was." Because usually we'll say, it needed to be repressed or it was too loosely pressed or whatever. She said, "Oh, it exploded." And I looked at her like, "Okay, I learned a new thing today." And so I didn't get another one. I said, "I don't trust it." And so I don't know if it was this shade or that one, but when I did this row, I had a reaction. My eyelids were burning. And so Alicia says, "Dion doing things like me." But I thought this was the new one. And I'm looking at it like, this look familiar. Like, damn it, I had that before. I'm like, I am a fucking clown. But it was $10. It might have been the pink or the purple because I do have a bad reaction to carmine sometimes, and I think it depends on how much carmine is in it. But what's strange is that I would think, because the more carmine, the darker the shade is, and so if anything, I would think this one would have gave me a reaction, but it didn't. And so I don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like just put one on one lid, one on the other, and see which one itches or burns to figure it out, or not, or just don't use those two at all. But I was excited to do this row because you got the purples, you got the green, you got the blue, but I didn't use it because that one has shattered. So at least I don't still have the other one, Tanya. That's how I know I have a lot of stuff repeats by mistake. And that was like 2 years ago. Yeah, that video is painful to watch. But if y'all do want to see the look I did with the first two rows, so now I just need to do the last row and be like, here's all the shades, even though it wasn't from this particular palette, but it was from the other one. But y'all, I was looking at this like 2025 says, Alicia, I want to try some new brands and use my makeup more. That's a good goal, to use your makeup more. And that's what I'm thinking too. Like, I've been running through Natasha like all November, even though I didn't call it a month of Natasha. But it does feel good that just using more of what we do have. And so this is why I feel like a clown. Because I'm like, I'm looking at it like you know, repeats on lip products occasionally. Dawn, I need to see it. I need proof. So this was the last purchase. $10 I paid for that. So my total, Janessa says, +1 Alicia, I need to do more looks and play with my makeup more. But you, Janessa, you get a pass because you be busy. You work long hours and everything. Alicia, do you work full time or are you home like me all the time? Well, not that I'm home all the time, but because that makes a difference too. But then I don't know if it does or not because my Still a Junkie 07 days. Damn it. I did my makeup and I recorded it every day before I left for work. And so I was still doing looks every day and recording it every day, except the weekends. This is what I just remembered that I was saying earlier and I forgot. My special needs neighbor, he lives underneath me. When I was walking down the steps and I picked up the box, I forget what did I order? I don't know. And he was like, "What are you doing?" No, he says, "What's you doing?" Just like when he asks, "Where you going?" He'll be like, "Where's you going?" And so he said, "I miss doing videos too." When I don't do a video, like whatever day I don't do a video, I don't feel right. I feel like something's missing. He said, "What's you doing?" I said, "Picking up this box." And he was like, "How do you know it's yours?" I said, "'Cause it has my name and address on it." And he said, now he's special needs. He said, "They should have delivered that to your door." I said, "I know, right?" Now, if a special needs person could get that, why the drivers don't understand that? And he said it again. He said, "They should have delivered it to your door." And I said, "I know." He said, "They're supposed to deliver to your door." I said, "I know." So I'm like, if he could get it, why the drivers don't get it? So listen, y'all, for November, I spent, I'm going to back up because y'all going to be like, damn. April, I spent $324.67. May, I spent $319.14. June, I spent $410.62. July, $246.60. August, $241.64. September, $285.25. October, $157.97. November, $1,073.02. What the fuck? When I added that up, I was like, that can't be right. So then when I did, I went to my Excel spreadsheet because I know that's more accurate than I could be, right? So I put in all the numbers and hit sum. I'm like, damn, that is right. So we got 300, 300, 400, 200, 200, 200, 157, and then 1,000 friggin' fucking dollars. $1,073.02. Whew. Like said, and I say, hold my beer. Sounds like November was a journey. Yeah, we did a purchase on the 1st, and again on the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, and then the 5th again, the 7th, the 11th, the 14th, the 20th, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, the 28th, 29th, and December 1st. I don't even know what to say because all year was good. Dawn's asking if anyone ordered any Bath and Body Works on Candle Day. Janessa says, yeah, no judgment. I don't know my numbers, and I don't want to know my numbers. You know what? It changed my life, Janessa, when I started tracking. Lisa said, well, Dion, you did that. I did something. Locke says, double the crime, Dion, for her. I was just like, what? I can't even speak. Alicia says, no judgment. I purchased new makeup, but perfume, OMG. The one says, those darn sales started in October. It's not your fault. It is my fault because I still decide if I want to buy it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I still have free will, and my will was buy it, and I did. Hey, Callie, how you doing? She says to Dawn, I usually do, but I already spent my coin on Black Friday makeup. Alicia says she don't track. It changed my life when I started. It changed my life when I started tracking, but then when I started tracking the amount, Tanya says she be tripping when she spent $100. I don't even I don't even know what to say. I was like, what? I'm like, that can't be right. Yeah, it was right. So this is the box that had the 2 makeup removal sprays. They only have these in a 4 ounce. In the finishing sprays, you can choose between a 4 ounce or 8 ounce. I wish they had an 8 ounce for this. It's 8 ounce for this. I wish they had an 8 ounce for this. And the PAO for this is 12 months. I think for the finishing sprays, I'll tell you in a minute because this is the other box with that. The finishing sprays, the PAO was 24 months. And I'm almost done. The one I'm like halfway done, the one I've been using. But the makeup removal sprays, the PAO is 12 months. And it hasn't been a year yet, but I'm like down to maybe like here on the one I've been using. So those are those 2. And 2 free minis, the original finishing spray, and a primer spray. My skin didn't like the primer spray. It dried my skin out like horribly. And they did look in the box because even the paper was ripped. Like they was probably like, what the hell is this? So these are the bridal formulas, and you see the different size. So this is the 8 ounce, this is the 4 ounce. And the same 2 free minis Tanya says, have I tried that Rev air dryer? What the air dryer for what? Their brush is amazing. Are you Tanya, what are you talking about? If it's for hair, you know I didn't. So Rev air dryer for what? I saw you in that beautiful blush, says Alicia. I don't know what y'all talking about. I have 4C hair and want to know. Okay, to my hair stuff. Okay. And the same two free minis, makeup finishing spray, which I like these for my kit. Yeah, so that'll get used. And another primer spray. This dried my skin out. So I don't know if I want to use it for my kit or just find somebody who needs oil control. Because in the yellow right here, it does say oil control. So maybe I'll find that at home. Because I didn't use it. I tried it only once. I actually tried it twice, and it dried my skin out so much. I'm just like, And so I know I'm not going to try it again. So I'll find a home for that. Y'all still talking about hair. So, y'all, that price. I was going to say something too, and I forgot. Our Roundup for November. This is all we use. These Natashas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's really kind of 9 because for one look, we did just use the shades from the Star palette. Maybe I can offer it to whomever arrives for the class first. They wouldn't know what to do with it. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. I should make myself a note because I forget. I think I might already said it. I'm going to go through my kit and just reduce it because I'm not taking Natasha with me. And I do have like some LA colors and some e.l.f. And I have some e.l.f. brushes that I think if they use it and like it, just give that away because I don't use those. But so this is my golden palette. Excuse me for the glare. Hey, Sandy. I mentioned your idea, but I didn't say what the idea was for my Purgatory Treasure stuff. I'm excited to do that. That was a really good idea. So this has golden, this shade, this one, and this one are from Star palette, the Star mini palette. And so I did a look just using the Star shades. And y'all really love that look. And it looked really similar to something I could have did with the mini Zendo because they both have that slight grunge vibe to it. And so we did use just the Star shades, and then we also did another look with the golden palette itself, and we paired a few. I'll tell you what we paired. We also used Glam, which is mixed with Retro Glam. And I kind of feel like, yes, Sandy, I did. I liked it. Actually, I didn't like it. I loved it. I'm like, day one is on point. And we used Xenon. I feel like we just did these, and I'm thinking, did I do that already? And it's not that I did this, but I just did the Rankin video. That just went up recently. So in my mind, I'm like, I already went through all of this. So this is Xenon with some Retro Glam shades in it. And then I'll tell you what I paired. This is the Yucca palette. This shade is from Retro Glam. Back to work after vacay, rainy days and Mondays. Oh, man. And we used Lila palette. These four are from Biba. These 4 right here. But we did a look with just the Lila shades. This was in my kit, y'all, and I took it out. Because when I used it, I'm like, I'm tripping. We used Circle Loco. Y'all know I love this palette. Your inner Karen Carpenter is coming through. And this is Biba. I love Biba. I don't use it a lot, but I love Biba. These 4 right here are from Lila. So those are the ones I swapped out. And my Trio Chrome Quint palette, which my day one here sent me around. That was so hilarious. We took out these 2 because both of these that were here, the formula had changed and they were crumbly, and they were the creamy. I think they were the creamy mattes or the cream to powders, but they were crumbly. So these are from that other palette. But yo, that was so hysterical because I'm like, what are you doing? But we used this last month. I know you do, Sandy, because this is your column right here. And I was just like, what green? What, this green? Like, what are you talking about? Y'all, if y'all didn't see that live stream, it was so funny near the end. And I was cracking up like, oh my God. Like, I was like, can I get a full sentence, please? I was like, what is she saying? Tanya says she's getting all her indie off of eBay, deeply discounted. I still have not been on eBay. You know what? I broke up with eBay years ago because I had some of my Coach bags on there, and I get my Coach bags from the Coach outlet store. So it is an authentic Coach bag, right? And so I had some bags on there, and so some I sold, one or two didn't. And then I kept getting warnings saying something like I was in violation of posting like something. So that essentially what they were saying is my bags were knockoffs. And I'm like, I have the receipts. And I did have the receipts. And so I was like, so I think someone who was trying to negotiate prices, and because I wouldn't, I think they just got pissed off and reported me. But I'm like, I have the receipts. Like these are authentic Coach bags. And so after that, I'm like, you know what? Fuck eBay, whatever. I do still have a Coach bag in my Macari store because I love it, but I just don't use it. I haven't used it probably in like 2 years. And so I'm like, let me just try to sell it. The one says she got some not so great stuff on eBay, so I never went back. That too, because sometimes, and I remember asking Tanya before, like, was it authentic stuff? And she said, yeah. Because that's the issue too. Like sometimes the stuff you get ain't what it looks like. Y'all already know all of these are top tier, so we're not even going to go through all of that. Y'all know how I feel about Natasha. You done got rid of Amazon and eBay. Amazon still has not replied to my message. And so Biba has so many mattes. I have to use my Cleona shimmers with it. And you know what? It helped me when I put those 4 Lila shades in it. And the 4 I took out of here were mattes. And so it does change the look of the palettes. And I think it was a good change. Somebody commented somewhere that they really like their Lila because it's very versatile. But for me, it really kind of wasn't. So this is what they look like now. This one at the bottom is Lila, and this one up here is Biba. And so I do like how they look better. And with these Biba shades, 2, 3, and 4, they're not that different from each other. And that's why I took them out of Biba, because I'm like, how many of those do I need in there? But it does, add more versatility for me for Lila. But yeah, I'm breaking up with people. So Amazon still hasn't replied back yet, and it's been almost a week. But I'm like, you know what? Y'all want to be like that? Nah, I'll shop. There's other places I can shop online. And so we already know Lila's. All of these are top tier. We paired. I'm going to tell y'all what we paired because I have it written down. I told you if I don't write stuff down. This was I call this my Trio Chrome Quint palette lock because this is the Trio Chrome palette. I did a look, the first row and the middle row, and both of the Trio Chrome shadows irritated my lids. And so I never used the one from the bottom. And so I was just like, And because some of the shades and all of the shadows in Trio Chrome did show up on me, even though some were lighter than I wanted them to be, none of them made me look ashy. But I realized I wasn't using it because I don't really use lighter tones. And so the only shades wait a minute, we switched something. These 2 are original to Trio Chrome. And I think that's it because we took the purple and the pink out. Because before, these 4 were original, but we swapped out these 2 for the purple and the pink. Tanya says she got reported on my other YT channel for violating some rule or other business. People be tripping. And so that's why I call it my Trio Chrome Quint palette, because these 4 are from a Quint, these 4 are from a Quint, and these 3 were from a Quint until I switched it up. That hilarious situation with Sandy was saying what to put where. So this used to be the Fez palette. This one down here is from Fez. These 2, I'm guessing, are from one of the other Quints, but I don't know which one. And so we paired Yucca with Golden. And when we paired it, we only used the golden shades. And these looks are already on already up and live. So this is what these 2 look like together. And I'm like, this is really nice. This is a nice pair. And so we did that. We paired Biba with Circle Loco. I'm trying to think, am I forgetting anything? And I just showed y'all Biba, but we're going to show it with. This is my second time having both of these because either last year or the year before? 2023. It says my label. This is what they look like together. They had the Xenon is sold out on Natasha's site. That sell, people grabbing stuff up. These two I purchased when she had a bundle deal, and I think it was like 130 something, and both of these are 129 a piece, and so it was like buying one getting one free. So that's when I repurchased both of these, because for me, after like 3 years or so, her cream to powder, they do start to get flaky. The formula does change for me after about 3 years, and so I'm like, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it. So it was like almost buy one get one free, and I knew I loved it and I was going to use it, and I love it and I use it. And we also paired this is funny. I paired Warm with Circle Loco. I can't show y'all Warm, y'all. I sold it. That was a good deal, Lori. I'm like, it was like 130 something. I'm like, one is 129. And I know I love them 2 palettes. Yeah. And I'm like, and I didn't need them. Not to say need it, because I don't think makeup is a need. But the ones I had were still good. But I'm like, shit. So when the formula started changing, I cracked open the 2 new ones. And so, yeah, I can't show you Warm because I sold it. And I don't even remember what the look looked like that I used, that I paired Warm with this. And we also had paired Biba with Leela. I already showed y'all that one. Trio Chrome palette, we did 4 looks. I already showed y'all the Trio Chrome print palette. I'm laughing because I paired Xenon with Warm. Can't show y'all Warm because I sold it, but this is Xenon. This shade and this one and this one are from Retro Glam. And I really love it this way. I really do. You wish you had Trio Chrome Cali Cali? I wish them 2 shades didn't irritate my lids. And so when she came out with the Trio Chrome Quint, I didn't buy it because I knew the Trio Chrome shade, whatever that formula is, I knew my lids weren't going to like it. And then, oh, that was a fun one. We paired Golden with Xenon, and we did that troll cut crease look with it. And this is what these 2 look like together. I remember when I used to never pair palettes, like not ever. It was not even a thought. And now I'm just like, and that's another thing too. When I start pairing palettes, and for some people that's just what they do. They have a vision of this is the look I want to do, so they'll go into different palettes to get the colors they want. For me, I just pick up a palette and just look at it and do a look. So this whole thing has been new to me this year. But for me, when I do pair a palette, it makes both of them new. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to be just the look I could do with this. It's not going to be a look I can just do with this. But it makes it new for me, like pairing them, because it's a look that I couldn't have done otherwise, unless I have other palettes with similar colors. Lori said next year you're touching all your eyeshadow palette. And I can say, well, my stash is small. I think I have like 80 something palettes. And for me, my sweet spot is in the mid 60s, because when I get more than that, it's just overwhelming. And then stuff just doesn't get used as much because just like I've been using Natasha for the last month. So all the other stuff I have hasn't been used. Tony asked you, Lori, how are you going to do that? And Tanya says she wants to as well. Yeah, and that's why I don't want to have a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, these are what these 2 look like together. And keep in mind, Golden has 4 of the mini star shades in there, which I didn't use when I paired them. And we used Warm on its own. Can't show you that because I sold it. And we used Nude. Did I not bring Nude over here? You know what? I brought Glam instead of Nude. I don't know why I thought I had brought Nude. Surprisingly, I am liking Nude. I need a Nude. And Locke says her too, Lori. We all need to do collabs on stuff that we hadn't used in a long time, but now we're using. So that's everything that I used in November. And it's not a lot. Remember that 1 month we had like 29 palettes? And some of them we did pair. Excuse me. But surprisingly, I am liking I Need a Nude. And I don't know, excuse me, if it's because it's still newish to me, or if it's just because it's so different than anything else that I have. Because y'all know I don't buy palettes that have that kind of color story. I'm stuttering, excuse me. This is the last thing I just remembered because I see the receipt sitting over here. But but I'm really liking it. So I'll use it until I'm not really feeling it, and then it'll go in my kit because I originally purchased it to go in my kit. Oh, y'all, have a surprise for y'all. I did a video that reminded me of a video I did way back in my Still a Junkie 07 days. Lori says, I want to do a look a day. I will post on YouTube stories or do a weekly video. That's why I got so much content, Lori. I do video like almost every day. And even if I'm rushing to go somewhere, if I don't have enough time to do a look, I just won't do my makeup. And then when I come home, I'll do a video and do the look. Because I'm like, I'm not wasting no content. If I do a look, it's going to be a video. Like, I don't. And even when I worked, as I was mentioning earlier, I filmed my look every day for work. So, excuse me if y'all heard that. Yeah, that would be really good, Lori. And Lori, do you like doing, I don't want to say tutorials, but like get ready with me's that are almost like tutorials? Because that's what drew me to YouTube in the first place way back when in 2007 was just learning. And even though now I still like watching tutorials, it may not be to learn, but I just like explaining things. And I do get comments like, it's helpful, I'm gonna try that, blah, blah, blah. But that's where my heart is. My heart is in long form tutorials or get ready with me. And they're not as popular as they were back then. And I'm waiting for it to roll back around and be popular again. But that's where my heart is at. And so do you actually like doing like get ready with me's and tutorials, Lori? Yeah, it is gonna be fun. It is. Tanya says everything was a tutorial on how to do a specific look when I started watching beauty videos on YouTube. Yeah, it was. And it was just, how to combine these colors. It wasn't even about the palette. Like now it's like this brand, that brand, this brand, that brand. Back then, it was just color combinations. There was just this lady, and even then I think she was younger than me, but her channel was Eye Craze. Small I, capital CRAIZ. And y'all know I don't remember a lot of shit, but I remember that. She used to do like really bold, really colorful eyeshadow looks. And all of her videos were tutorials. And it was just color stories. She would be like, take this mid-tone tan shade, and then take, a soft pink. Like it was strictly about the colors. And back then, 2007, 2008, beauty YouTube was about the colors. It wasn't about, you have to get this Natasha Denona golden palette. No, it was strictly about the colors. And I miss those days because now it's all about you need this or you need that. And it wasn't like that back then. It was just more simple. And my videos were busted back then. My lighting was horrible. My lighting was so horrible. I didn't even do face swatches. I was y'all, this was beauty YouTube was ghetto. I had a paper towel and I would swatch on a paper towel and be like, this is what it looks like. No lie. And Tanya was watching back then, so she remembers. I would swatch on a paper towel, hold it up, and be like, this is the colors. Y'all, it was ghetto as hell. But people loved it. People were subscribing, people were commenting, people were watching. Now, if you try and do that, you will have like 2 views. But it was about the makeup. It wasn't about brands. It was about the color story, how to blend it, color combinations. And I miss those days. And then I feel old, but I am in my mid-50s. Hey, Kat. Let me go up. Lori says, I like to do them. They're a lot of work. However, they don't get the views. That is true. And that goes to what I was just saying. They're not popular like they were back then. Yeah, the Blending Queen. There were some really good channels. And I tried to find a few when I came back. I was trying to find Miss J, the First Lady. I don't know if you remember her, Tanya, but I was looking her up. And somebody who I watched back then, she started doing videos again, but she never took her channel down. So you'll see like a huge like decade gap in her videos. But she, what was her channel name? I think it was Ebony something. I forget what her name was. Yeah, but it was a good crew back then. I still go back and watch old Queen of Blending videos. She helped me to form my style so much, says Janessa. Oh, I appreciate you being here, Kat. Oh, you're always cooking. What you cook today? Kat says she's been listening while doing other things, cook, recycle, and clean. What you cook today? The other day you had us all hungry. I think not the other day, last week. China says everybody was using MAC Beijing eyeshadows too. Mac was the it girl, and in a way it still is, but it's not the newer stuff. It's like the older staple stuff. You know what I mean? Some channels just vanished on said no explanation, so I don't know if something happened or they just stopped. For me, I disappeared. I realized I hadn't done videos for a long time. Tanya says she came on the YouTube watching scene when Mac's Cult of Cherry collection. My life, I was in my second marriage and this shit was just fucking nuts. I don't know. I don't think I'm subscribed to the original channels I was when I first started watching YouTube. Says Dawn. I do believe YouTube will unsubscribe people if they haven't watched for a long time, because I've had people comment, "Oh, I thought you left. I didn't see any of your videos." And I'm like, I post almost every day. Like and some people said that they were unsubscribed and they didn't do it. So I do think YouTube might just be clearing out stuff however long. I don't know. The OG Gold palette was better. I was laughing with Coco because she commented on my yeah, Cat, right? She said YouTube unsubscribed her from channels. She had commented that she still has the original gold palette, and I commented back saying I'm such a clown because yeah, Lori, they will, yup. And I don't know what the time frame is though. Like you don't watch in a year, they unsubscribe. Like I don't know. But I'm like, I upload almost every day. Like I've been here. Like I don't know what's happening. Dawn says, no, I mean, I don't watch. Like Tati. Oh, I'm not even going to say the names. Y'all can read them. That is true. That OG Gold palette was awesome. I'm a clown, but I didn't know it because that was near the beginning of, but probably when Gold came out was probably midway. Because I started wearing makeup in 2005, 2006. Started watching YouTube 2007. Started doing videos in 2008. So in that time frame, so that from that time 2008 to 2007 to whenever the original Gold came out, I was looking at it like, who needs all them gold shadows? I'm like, I ain't getting that. And now I got this one. And then I mixed it, and it does look really nice mixed with the star shades. But so I'm not gonna say I was a clown. What I'll just say is that I was inexperienced because, and even though I didn't like some of the golds did blend in, and I do think that's what's going to happen with bronze palette, and that's why I never got it before. But the way I've been mixing palettes, pairing palettes, I'm like bronze will work. And if something really does not show up, I'll just swap it out for something else. But so that was the time when I was like, who needs like 7 golden shadows and like what the hell? Like it was nuts to me. But then I got this one. And so I'll just say that was just a learning process for me. It was just a learning process. Not anything bad about them, just like others better. I hear you. I hear you, Dawn. Yeah, people still loving that OG Gold palette. And I'm like, I didn't get that one. Beijing and Painterly were the go-to bases. You know what, Tanya, they are, but it wasn't inclusive because I know a lot of people use soft ochre and use Painterly, but to me, they just look ashy. So I'm just like, that didn't work for me. And that was a learning curve too for me, watching certain videos and like, oh, you have to use this, you have to use this, and I use it and it didn't work for me. And that's why my intro is the way it is, because when I was newer to makeup, I really believed what people were saying, and when stuff didn't work for me, I felt like it was something wrong with me, and it wasn't. It just didn't work for me. And usually it was because of the color of it. But, I was new, so I'm just believing what people say. But that's why my intro is the way it is. Just do what you want, just rock it. So the last thing we're going to talk about today, y'all. Yeah, Tanya tried Beijing, and it did not work. Yeah, soft ochre. Soft ochre and Painterly. And I'm like, y'all can have it because that ain't for me. That ain't for tan people. So this is my Sephora receipt because I went around to get my free birthday stuff. I don't celebrate my birthday, but if they say you get something free for the month you were born, I'm going to go get it. So Sephora, I opted for the 250 points because what they were offering, I was just like, I'll take the points. And I do always take the points. So now I think I have like 2,900 something points at Sephora, but it's nothing I want to buy to redeem the 2,500 to get the $100 gift card because you have to use it all in one purchase. And then you can't use it for sell items. And there's no returns and no exchanges. So when I used it in the past, it was for something that I know is going to work, either a backup of something or whatever. I don't think they had good gift choices. The 250 points is the best choice for me. And then I went to Ulta. Well, I went to Ulta first because Ulta's here. And then I got to go down the street and the mall is over here. And I asked her, what are my options? Because online you have to buy something to get your free gift for purchase. If you go in store, you don't. And I'm like, well, since I'm going to the mall, and then I was going to Mac store, Was y'all here that time when that lady gave me like all of this stuff for my birthday month? Oh my gosh. And painterly is too dark for you, says Kim. I know a lot of people use contemplative state. Some parts of my lid it blends in, but like up here it doesn't. And so I learned not to just take it up here because it looks very mustard once you get up here. But on my lid, it does blend in. Torrance, he uses contemplative state as a base, or he did anyway. Excuse me. Callie's saying to Kim she likes the cool undertones. And so I went to Ulta and I said, what are the options for the birthday gift? And she said, this, that. And in my mind, I'm like, because there were like 3 hair care things. I don't need hair care stuff. And then it was like skincare, Clinique stuff. Clinique broke my face out. So I'm like, I don't want no. And so I said, what are the other options? I said, no hair stuff and no skincare. So she's like, okay, mascara or a blush. I don't know when he is, Tony, and I deleted my Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky now, and that link is down below as well. And because I remember saying in a live last week, I need to check on him, and usually I check on him through Twitter, and I'm like, damn it, I got rid of Twitter. So I might need to go into my non-makeup Instagram to get in touch with him since I'm not on my makeup Instagram anymore. Fragrance stuff and warm tone makeup, says Kat. You took the points. I always get the points because they give little travel shit. So at Ulta, I miss him too, Alicia. I really do. And I talked about him in a video because I did something and I was talking. I caught a glimpse. I was like, and that reminded me of Torrance because he'd be looking at his monitor like, baby. Yeah, I be missing him. You chat with him. Okay, let him know. Yeah, I'll message him from my non-makeup Instagram. He's still shopping makeup, but hasn't had anything new. Yeah, he hasn't done videos in a while. Because every now and then, like if I catch myself and I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, that's what Torrance used to do. Because he'd be like, baby. But hey Melissa. Woohoo. Glad you made it. And so I said, not hair care, not skincare. She was like, okay, mascara or blush. And I think the blush was NARS. I'm not sure. And the mascara was Too Faced Better Than Sex. But it was one of them little sample. I said, no, I'll take that for my kid. So I just got the mascara. And so then I went to the MAC store. Do y'all remember, though, like a year or so ago when I went to, and it was like all of this stuff. And I was just like, whew. But then I was cool with the lady that worked there, Coco. She don't work there no more. I was like, damn. Because I asked her, I said, when is Coco working? They're like, oh, she don't work here anymore. And I'm like, damn it. So I went to get my free stuff, right? And I had forgot something. She's like, oh, you have a pro account, which gives us 40% off, which is great. And I didn't remember until she said it. She says, when you have a pro account, YT is screwy. It is. YT be playing games. They're always trying to improve stuff or do new stuff, but then it messes up the stuff that we love, that we know. And so why is my scalp? I need to wash my hair. My scalp is soft. I just realized I keep scratching my scalp. She said, when you have a pro account, that overrides your regular account. And I was like, because I was trying to remember, and then I thought, I'm like, you know what? It does say that because it's in like the fine print at the bottom. Like once you switch to the pro account, they will, delete your regular account. And I was just like, thank you, Lori, for being here. And I'll be looking for your videos. And I was like, damn. And so I had purchased the Pride palette, which I know was $150. And then I went back and got another one for someone else. And so that's $300 right there. That's a lot of points. And so I said to her, I said, well, what about purchases I made before I had the pro account? And she was like, it's not even showing any points. I was just like, damn. She said, but I can go get the manager. I said, I believe you. She says, no, I'll get the manager. Maybe they can. But the manager said the same thing. So I was just like, okay. So no birthday stuff from MAC. And I was thinking too, how for the pro MAC account, I forget how much it is per year. I need to stop scratching my scalp. But you have to pay for it. And I did pay for the 2 years because it was cheaper than just paying per year. But then as I thought about it, their stuff doesn't have a POA, which means it should be good for at least 30 months after you buy it. And so all the stuff that I got, it's going to last me like 2 years. So I'm not going to need to buy anything else, well, for my kit from MAC for another 2 or 3 years. So it's like I paid for So I paid for it for 2 years and I'm not going to need it until like 3 years from now. So I was just like, and then you can renew it. So next time I renew, I think I'll just renew for 1 year. because stuff lasts like 2, 3, 4 years, if or longer from MAC. And so yeah, so no birthday stuff from MAC, 250 points from Sephora, and a little teeny tiny Tarte mascara from Ulta. Things ain't what it used to be. Do you have to show your ID for your birthday? No, they ask you for your phone number and they look up your account. And they do that at Sephora and at Ulta as well. They just look up your account. Can you create an additional profile with the fake birthday? I don't know. You probably could, but it's only some little dinky thing. So, like, is it worth the hassle? Tanya says sucks about losing your points from that. Yeah, because I'm like, I bought what about the stuff I bought before the pro account? She was like, it's not even showing up here. I was like, but then I thought about all the stuff that I did buy for my kid for 40% off, 30% off for the student discount. And then once you go pro, you can apply for the pro one. So now I get 40% off. So I'm like, that's a lot of friggin' money. And even for Makeup Forever, stuff is expensive, but it's heavily discounted because of the pro thing. But so I wasn't upset or anything, but I was sitting there standing there thinking like, I'm like, you know what? It did say that. It did say that. And if I would have thought about it more, I would have, redeemed my points before I switched over, but I didn't think to do that. But yeah, Melissa, you probably could do that, but I don't know if it's worth it for like a little mini mascara or a mini, because I think last year it was a mini Clinique moisturizer, and that's how I realized my skin didn't like it. So it was only like one little sample thing, and so, but I guess you could. But so that's everything I have for tonight, y'all. Yeah, so we went through all the money stuff, and I'm still just like, oh my God, I spent that much money in November. But and again, I'm still trying to work out what my shopping is going to be like for next year, because I really don't want for anything. I really don't. And if anything, I'm trying to get rid of palettes or trying to just because 80 something is too many for me. Callie says I'm going to get the Roxa or Warm palette maybe. I was going to say if they're still on sale, get both. I sold Warm for like half price, and I gave Roxa away. And so they were very pretty. They were very nice, very easy to work with. I love the formulas. So whichever color story you like best, but definitely if they're still on sale, go ahead and get one of them or both. If you don't have any color stories, like I need to stop scratching my scalp. I need to wash my hair. I think I'm about through with shopping for the year. I'm on a no buy, so and my accountability partner confirmed that includes makeup brushes. And y'all know I don't even need makeup brushes. I tried it. But that's all we have for today. We went through our numbers for November. January, we won't do a budget update because I'm not buying anything in December to do an update about. Sephora is stingy. That's why I like Ulta. Plus, Ulta's rewards system is so much better. Your points accumulate to money. Sometimes they have point multiplier events, and they always have a coupon for just regular stuff. But every few months, they have a 20% off code that includes prestige items. So you can get that over there. And you can stack your offers. They'll have like 5% points for, select skincare or for certain makeup, for fragrances or whatever. And unlike Sephora, you can't use your points for stuff that's on sale. Excuse me, at Ulta, you can just use your money whenever. You can stack your offers and it be on sale and use the 20% off discount and still use your points. Whew. Then I say, I'm hoping I'm done for the year. My favorite brands need to settle the hell down. What was I forgetting? We'll do that another time. I was going to show y'all the giveaway stuff, but I think I have, you know what? I think it's on December 15th. And I did put it in the title. One of the live streams that we're doing, I'm going to show all the giveaway stuff or stuff that's up for grabs. Because sometimes the winners don't contact me. So I'm like, And they have a few days. Ulta sounds good. We have a couple of drugstores with pretty good point systems that add up to money too. Oh, y'all, I've been sleeping on drugstore. not QVC, CVS keeps emailing me. There's a $5 off, whatever or something. So I might just go and get bags of chips or something. Like, I don't know. I just don't shop in drugs. Like, I don't, and I don't even really shop a lot anyway. But and sometimes the prices seem like they're too high, and then with a discount, it's what the price should have been. So I'm just like, no, thank you. Yeah. So, any last words? We're not going to talk about how much I spent for November, but I do need to work out in my mind what I'm going to do for next year. Because then I'm thinking, with my perpetual low buy, maybe it needs to be like 30% off. Because we can easily get 20% off. And this time of year, places are having 30%, 40%. This friggin'. And Sephora, I don't know if it was just for that day or whatever. They had an ABH palette for it was $22.50 for one of the ABH palettes. I forget which one it was. And I'm like, damn. So I imagine they're clearing out stock, but it's like, we just wait. We have FOMO and it's hyped up, so we want to get it right away, blah, blah, blah. And these used to be at TJ Maxx or Marshalls for like $25.99. No. They were $29.99. But they don't always come to the TJ Maxx or Marshalls near me. I got to go out to like other neighborhoods. But yeah, so I'm really just thinking, like, even though I save money, I could save more. But I just need to figure it out in my mind, because I do want to use more of what I have. And I do use everything I have anyway, but I want to use more of it. But so that's it, y'all. We did our budget. We did our roundup, which was really small, 9 pallets. You saw Sephora was having 20% off. Yeah. And I feel some kind of way for people who shopped it for the 10 or 15%, because now they're having 20% that anybody can use. And they do that shit on purpose. And even like for Scandinavia, how they had 20% off, limited time only, but that was like 6 months straight, and now 30% off. So it's just like, if we just wait, but we see these videos and people PR, get this, do this, and it's like, ooh, and then we end up with stuff that we don't even use that often because we have so much of it. And so I don't want to be that person. So, but I need to figure out something. I don't know. Yeah. So we went through our budget. We went through our roundup. We went through Scandinavia stuff. So if you do shop from Scandinavia and you are going to pay shipping, did I pay shipping? If they're having a deal where you get like 2 free minis and it's like 4 things you want to get, split up your order and do 2 separate orders, because then you'll get 2 extra free minis. I'm just looking real quick. Like, did I pay for shipping? No, free shipping. So I broke up the order. Both of them was free shipping, because I'm like, I'm gonna still get, the extra minis. And that's what I did one time before. So I'm like, wait a minute. So that's how I ended up with all the minis. Because I'm like, I can either give the oil control away when I realized I didn't like it, or use the finishing spray. Just keep those in my kit. They will get used. And so that's something you can do too, is when you notice some places having a constant sale and they're giving you free stuff with your order. If it's free shipping, break your order up into 2 orders. So then you get more free stuff. And so Cass says, well, now we know for next year that the sales go on forever and get better the longer exactly. Because this time of year, because they were good when November started. All the pre-Black Friday sales, pre-Cyber Monday sales, and then the Black Friday sales, and then the Cyber Monday sales. And now it's just after Cyber Monday sales. I'm just like, y'all just... Yeah. And so I'm really thinking, like, I can just wait. Nothing is limited edition. And I've been thinking about Notoriously Morbid, which I've been buying a lot of. Well, thanks to y'all that use my code. And I'm like, would I even... Callie says, I'm definitely using my points and 20% off with Sephora. Yep, don't let them points go to waste. That's how I got this for $10. It was on sale for $15, and I had $15 rewards points. So I paid $10 for this. Hopefully that same shadow won't explode. But we'll see what happens with that. But I forgot what I was saying. I think we're good to go, because I kind of feel like I'm just going in circles talking about the same stuff, because I'm trying to work it out. But yeah, so that's all I got. That's all I got. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Any final closing words? Fun as always, ladies. Thank you, Tanya. I'm excited about the video I did. Y'all gonna be like, oh, she doing this again? I'm excited. It's something that y'all haven't seen from me on this channel. I don't think. No, I don't think so. But thank you for being here, Kat. Locke, we will be chatting. Those of you who we chat off YouTube, we'll still be chatting. I'm glad you're here, Sandy. I'm gonna say what Sandy's idea was, because I did a members only. It's already scheduled. No, I need to schedule. I have 3 videos I need to schedule. But it'll, oh my gosh. I got 3 videos I need to schedule, and I need to do that tonight. And I need to edit and schedule, edit this one, because then I'm gonna do Rested Essence Volume 2. And I might throw in Rested Essence 3 when I use it already, just to have all the Rested Essence in one video. Yes, I need to schedule that, Kat. But when you see it, you'll be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Because it's not about makeup at all. Not at all. I look to your 7 a.m. videos because it starts my work day. Yeah, that's a good time. Because then if something comes up, I can just do it live that night and it won't seem like it's back to back. What was I getting ready to say? I keep starting sentences and then forgetting. I don't remember. What was I saying, y'all? So yeah, we're good to go because I keep thinking of stuff and then I forget. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, the idea that Sandy gave me. If y'all curious about membership, menopause, fog brain, my brain has been like this since I was 12. Like I'm just like, you know, and I'm tired too. I'm just like, and I always feel like we do so much during the live streams, and we do. So then when I get another thought, I'm just like, okay, where are we at? What did I do already? I did a members only video. Yeah, it was a members only video using some of my trash or treasure stuff. And I asked the members, like, how do y'all want to see this? Like, what should I do with it? And Sandy suggested do a palette bingo with all the palettes that's in there, like one shadow per palette. And I was like, that would be interesting. Because there's a lot of palettes in there. So it might be 2 looks that we have to do. Oh, and Sandy, I can't find that gold highlighter from Pat. I even looked at my kit, like, did I put it in my kit? And it's not in my kit. And I seriously doubt I would have thrown it away. So I think I gave it away. Because I do try and find stuff. I do try to find stuff at home. So I do really think I gave that away. I know I did give away some other Pat stuff from in my Purgatory box, which is the Trash or Treasure video stuff. Yeah, but Sandy was like, oh, let's do it back. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do that. The troll nab the treasure. Yeah, I did. And I was looking forward to it. I looked at my kit. I was looking, and it's only so many places it could be because my station is so small. I don't have it. So I gave that away. Because what I was going to do for this coming on here live, I was going to put Golden Hour from Sigma on one side and a Pet on the other side to see how close they were, because they sold out. Callie, what were you looking for? What were you looking for that they sold out? And so, yeah, I was going to do that during the live stream to see how similar they were. But I'm like, I don't have it. But I do think the Pat one is more gold, where the golden highlighter from Sigma, Golden Hour highlighter from Sigma, it's just very shiny, but it's not gold like the Pat one was. But yeah, I gave that away. I don't have it. So sorry. But yeah, so then I got to figure out that palette bingo thing. And I do, and the other members' requests that I have, I did put them in the calendar in my phone instead of because I had like a bunch of notes all over my desk. I'm like, let me just put in here when I'm gonna do stuff. And excuse me, that keeps me on track, even for like everyday looks or whatever. This palette, this day, this, and that, and so it helps keep me on track. Yeah, so that'll be fun. So if y'all want input on how stuff happens, what type of content I do, and how that comes out, whether premiere, whether live, whether members only or not, check out membership, because I can't even freaking talk. Making requests, submitting requests is one of the perks. And with the members' requests, I actually do it. The only one I didn't do a while ago, months ago, someone said do a members only live stream. And I'm like, I didn't know how that would work because I know some of us are in different time zones. Some of us are like somewhere else. And even when I look at like who's here, like Locke's here, Sandy's here, Dawn, Grace was here, Janessa. And so it is an option. But I was thinking like at that time, I'm like, nobody would be here but like me and one other person. Or it might have been when Dawn was like, do a live every day. And I'm like, Dawn, it'll just be me and you here every day. But it is an option. It is a request. So if members make a request for something, we are going to do it. And so if you want input or you want to see something specific, and that's your video. So when I do a request that a member gave, I'm like, so this is so-and-so that requested this, da, da, da. So that's a shout out for you too. Whether you do content or not, I'm still going to shout you out. But so that can be a perk too if you do content to have a video and I'm like, hey, so-and-so, and linking you in my description bar and all of that stuff. But yeah, so that is an option. So there's like 5 of you in here now that come to my lives on a regular basis. And so if one of y'all do want, a live stream, just let me know. And let me know what we're going to do. But not for December, because December, we got like 20 lives in December. And so, yeah, so not for December, though. And even the other requests, some of those, one of them, the request was made like in October, the end of October, and I just didn't get to it. But it's in my phone. We're going to get them done. So that's a tidbit for membership. If that's something that you're interested in doing, it's $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You can cancel at any time. It's not a lifelong commitment. But I do have a pro membership, but that's for people who want to know or learn something specifically from me, because I know you can find almost anything on beauty YouTube. But if they want me to show something specific or to do something specific, that's who that membership is for, as far as like clients, which is cheaper than me doing their face in person, of course. But so that's what that one is there for. But the $2.99 is just y'all. Y'all just want to hang out and have input and, further support the channel, because watching and commenting and liking, that supports the channel. So membership, that's just extra. Using my links and codes, that's just extra. Sharing, that's just extra. So that's that little tidbit. So I'm looking to see, Callie didn't put what sold out. And she said they sold out. So we're going to go, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And we'll be back a lot this month. I don't even know when we'll be back here, but it's going to be a lot. Oh, also, YouTube did a new thing, because there's always chats, super thanks, and super chats available that viewers can do for any live stream, any video. But now they did a new thing where you can buy a gift. And it's not a physical gift. It's like a virtual gift. And so that's additional support too. And I forgot to mention that in my, did I mention that in my community tab? I don't know. So YouTube is throwing more stuff to help content creators, for people who want to further support what we do. And so those are always available all the time. The gifts, I think the gifts are for live streams only, I think. But the super chats and the super thanks, those are available for live streams and for just regular videos. And so good night, Melissa. We're going to go with you. We all going with Melissa. Where are we going, Melissa? And Kat never said what she was cooking today. That's all right, though. I'm going to go eat some more spaghetti. So all of you have a good night. Thank you for being here. It's funny. People were complaining so much about both Xenon and Roxa, and they're both sold out. It was that sale. But I did give Roxa a very good home. Purple Palette Connoisseur. I'm like, they will do this a whole lot more justice than I will. And I love when I know someone that'll really, really seriously use stuff, because I like for stuff to be used and have a home. You got Milky Way and Snickers ice cream bars. I've been wanting potato chips. What kind of casserole, Kat? Melissa's at the party at her house. So, Kat, wrap up your casserole and bring it with you to Melissa's house for the party. Unless they withhold those from the sale, says Dawn. Kat says she'll be here in half an hour. All right, party at Melissa's house in 30 minutes, y'all. Bring y'all snacks. I've been craving potato chips or those corn puffs from Trader Joe's, but I refuse to go over there. I refuse to go. But bring the casserole, Dion. Bring the chips. All right. Who else bringing what? We having a potluck party at Melissa's house. Y'all are so much fun. Partay, says Dawn. I love y'all. I really do. And I'm not trying to be cheesy. Like, I do really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I do palette bingo every week. It helps me use your yep. And that's why that was a great idea that Sandy had. She said, do a palette bingo with all the palettes in my purgatory box. If I remember for, you know what I'll do? I'll find that video and put that down in the description box too, so y'all can see all the stuff that's in it. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna do that because some stuff I gave away already. Oh, Cass says the casserole is almost ready. Okay, Dawn says she's bringing M&M cookies. Party time. I love y'all. Y'all are so much fun. So we're gonna go because we need to get ready for the party at Melissa's place. Bring y'all snacks, bring extra to share. And we will pick up this party next live stream, whenever that is. Kat doesn't have any snacks. This sounds good. Yeah, we'll bring the snacks. We'll bring some snacks. You bringing out damn casserole. You don't have to bring snacks. You bringing the casserole. All right, y'all, we're really going to go. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here and bearing with me because I do feel really scattered. Cass is ending the casserole for dessert. We got casserole and snacks. I did work casserole. Good night, Melissa. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back here whenever. And yeah, we have a lot of lives this month. So yeah. Yeah, Dawn says she'll bring Mountain Dew. We will see each other soon. I know I got stuff posted. I don't know what. And I need to schedule these three videos already. So we're going to go. As always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. And you will see me very soon and a lot of me for the rest of December. Good night, everybody. Thanks again for being here. Bye.